Hey you guys, water heaters. That's what we're discussing today on Healthy Home Checkups with Halo. This one has had one replaced in 2020, it looks like. We just wanted to show you what you're looking at so that if you're having one replaced by a licensed professional, a handy hubby, or anybody like that, you know what you're looking for to make sure it was done right. It's going to perform properly and not lead to larger issues that you'll have to repair again. All right, let's show you what we got on this guy. So you can come over to your data plate and find out all kinds of useful information that can help you out. Like I said, there's the manufacturer date, serial numbers and model numbers if you ever need to look up your installation guides and stuff, the size of your unit, if it's a gas or electric and stuff. This one's a gas. If it was electric, it would even have the size of the upper and lower element listed, so if you needed to replace them, you could actually go buy them yourself. So this unit was replaced because it leaked originally. And that's why we have a new catch pan installed. It is beneficial for all homes to have a catch pan installed as an upgrade, and then newer installs are actually required to have them. But if they're not put in properly, it's a waste of money. Let's show you the issues with this one. For starters, what's the point of having a catch pan that's going to catch all your water if it's still going to drain right onto your building materials? It's silly, everybody. Make it right. And to make it right, all you need is about $2.50 worth of material, a little piece of pipe here, 90-degree elbow coming over, down, and then another 90 pointing this direction towards the garage door. So if it was the leak, it would come this way instead of back on your stuff. The other thing we have an issue with, you come in here, we've already shown you that it's a gas unit, but somebody saved some money and got the thinner plastic pan that's made for electric only. That's not going to work right. They have the potential of overheating because of the gas models, they're thinner, and a few other issues from the manufacturer that they don't want them here because it could break. You always want to make sure when you're looking at the gas line on your electric units that it has the sediment trap. That's this little down leg here coming off of the gas line, so that if there's any dirt in the line, it actually will come down into here. The clean gas bounces off and comes back through this 90-degree angle. So you have to have the sediment trap below and the gas coming back out at a 90. That keeps any debris from going inside here and clogging it up so it lasts longer. The other thing you want to make sure, we see all the time like we had in the attic around here, the shutoff valve has to go upstream of the sediment trap so you can shut it off to clean it out. When you come up to your flue around here, for starters, you're not allowed to make any sharp bends 90 degrees or more within the first 12 inches. This one's okay at the 45. And you want to make sure that your single wall is at least 6 inches away from combustible materials, and only your double wall B vent is within 1 inch. So this one's happy there. But as you can see all the tape, nobody decided to put any screws in it. Does that look or sound safe to you guys? Nope. The easiest way to fix this is just to take the tape off and put some screws back under here and make it properly secured. Little things like this little crimp in the line are not always a big issue, especially since this house had good pressure, but sometimes they get a lot bigger and they're called granny bends, and they can restrict the flow. You always want to make sure that you have your auto protection as well with this baluster, and the unit is raised up off the ground, so that's nice and happy. But last but not least is your safety relief valve. This is the valve here that if there's any pressure buildup, too much temperature, it actually releases so that the unit won't crack. This pipe has some rules to it. One of them is it has to remain a minimum of 3/4 of an inch internal diameter. So when you use PEX piping or other materials, as well as these push connect fittings, it actually reduces the center so it's no longer 3/4 inside. That's against code and the manufacturer, okay? So we need that replaced. The other thing is, when they installed this one, they didn't want to cut the fitting over there. So you can see that the pipe is actually not angled properly. That can cause an issue if this was to leak slowly. The water could build up here, cause a blockage and stuff that you don't want. So you need to angle it out proper. Thanks you guys for watching. Like, subscribe to our channels. We're here to keep your homes happy and healthy, and have a great day. Bye.